pills up in, listen to the scholars, get it in.
Okay.
Precept upon precepts without any ad hominems coming from the moderator in the den. May the best better win.
Welcome to the cipher. Time to let the lions eat. Let's get it.
Y'all just let the boy T1 alone with in. Fringe Gang, Blue Ribbon Army. We in this. It's the Lion Den Cypher. Let's get it. You are welcome to the Lion's Den. Young Lions Unleashed. Real Judah, we ready to feast. T1, I'm the wolf of the East. You don't want these problems, these pistols blick like a pistol. These scriptures rip through your tissue. My ox be moving official. Fringe Gang, Blue Ribbon Army. We don't roll with Hollywood. From the wilderness back to the hood, it's real talent coming straight from the wood. I rip and kill these demons, my opposition be screaming, coming for all of the heathen. From Babylon back to England. What's poppin', slime? It's bread and wine. I die in the flesh, refreshed by the bloodline. These Eves in the truth be steady lying. These Jakes in the world be steady dying. Fringe Gang, Blue Ribbon Army. I'm a rep to the death of them. Yeah, boy, we the martyrs. Spit truth to the end begins. I'm coming with apostles' doctrine. My verses be popping. All praise to the Abba.
Yes, your flyer, girl. Okay. And exactly what Team One Lone Wolf said.
Looks like you lost another one.
Welcome to the Lion's Den. Grab your paper, pills, a pen. Listen to the scholars, get it in. Precept upon precepts without any ad hominems coming from the moderator in the den. May the best better win. Now the bad cat is madness. Newbies acting baddest, saddest. They never kick your status. Regurgitating information that they read from their master. Back and forth arguing, going off a topic like an outer space rocket. Do me a favor, never catching vapors when they judging you later. Win or lose, that's the grand rules. Arguing with a fool, only make that two. I'm getting him out of his element, he acting like he's selling. The document he telling, becoming overzealous, said I'm dealing with the fellas.
Looks like you lost another one.
Who was this? Making flip, got their bodies doing flips, screaming yop in my sleep. He got them rocks up on my wrist. Niggas pissed, cause they never seen a click so too legit. Flip back to a jit, I ain't really know shit, but I thought I knew it. Cause I slaughter music. Take the beat back to my chicken, let her daughter choose it. Lions Den up in the bit, oh yeah, I thought you knew it. When it come down to debating, ain't no harder to it. Yeah, we go mayhem, dumb, Duffy, Rotonto. You gon' get this truth, nigga, pronto. Sickest in the booth, nigga, tonto. All them nose ass niggas in your group, I think you gonzo. Pick a sister alley-oop like I'm Alonzo. Chicken stick up in my coupe back to the condo. Mixing crystal absolute with Alejandra. Take a picture of them views if you want sauce up. Nigga, say it with your chest if you want cross us. Yasharala on my side, you get tossed up. Guess we got too many wives, they can't like us. They can't like us.
All right, my fault, man. My fault. Messed up the introduction. Welcome to the Den. Shabbat Shalom, family. We got a couple of esteemed brothers on the panel, you know, but today's show dealing with Rabbi Lewis. He got his new book out. The brothers is a genius. He come out with books at least 4 or 5 times a year. I don't know how he do it, but it must be working for him. But before we let him get into his information, we're gonna go ahead and introduce the panel. So we're gonna start out with one of the champions in the den, Yasha bin Israel, aka Terry Whitfield. He been on the rampage, the warpath. Anybody come his way, you gonna be in some trouble. Go ahead, Aki. All right,
Yeah. What up? Yeah, I'll be having this mute button when I'm on this phone. It'd be so small, it'd be hard for me to get on. But what it do, family? This is Terry in the crib, sitting up here chilling. In the house with old Rabbi Lewis and this new book. He got an interesting topic. You know, I want to check him out, see what he talking about. Other than that, man, I'm just chilling, man.
all right.
Peace.
Peace. All right. And let me give a shout out to Lex Vortex and the Parcel guy, man. I mean, y'all got y'all been exposed as fake esoteric teachers last night. And it is what it is. So y'all make us look good over here with this nonsense. So keep up the good work. So we can show the people what the real truth is. You know, your old Kabbalah, esoteric thinkers. All right. Now we got the commanding general Yashar from the Source Debate League in the building. Go ahead, Aki.
Shalom, family. It's a beautiful day. Just coming in and support my brother JJ, the Lions Den, sister Karima. You know, they're always doing an awesome job. You know what I'm saying? Keeping content for the family, stay involved in. You know what I'm saying? To stay studied up, looking in. You know, including the hot topics. You know what I'm saying? Where it's a lot of back and forth going on. But even with that being said, information is information. So with all that's being given on this panel and all panels, fact check everything.
Right.
Tanks on the ground.
Tanks on the ground. He got his tanks on the ground. Shout out to Elder Yara. What's that brother name? I forget his name. The more Hebrew or something like that. He with y'all too, I think.
Yeah, brother Orthodox Moore,
Yeah,
Anonymous
there you go.
Hebrew.
Yeah, Orthodox more. See,
Brother Gideon. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the crew right there.
that's the crew. All right, yeah. All right, and then last but not least, we got Sister Karima in the building. Go ahead, Queen. Introduce yourself.
Shalom to everybody in the chat. Shalom to everybody on the panel. Thank you for that. Shout out General Yashar. Appreciate that. You always been one of the number one soldiers in the Lions Den. So I salute to you. And shalom to everybody on Bingo. And I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Bingo, bingo. Yeah, we see y'all. Yeah, keep supporting the Lions, then. You know, we see y'all. We love y'all, and y'all more than welcome. We put the link in the chat. I don't know if they can jump on from YouTube. You know, but last but not least, we got the brother Rabbi Lewis in the building. Brother's been around for a while, so we're gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself, and he's gonna get into his information.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to curse, but I ain't gonna lie. It feel kind of good to be with the homies from the Lions Den. Shabbat Shalom, family. Rabbi Lewis. What an honor.
Yeah. Me and Rabbi Lewis just came off a tour on the road about a week and a half ago. We beat up Chris Harris and Rand Garfield on the building, you know, things like that. You know.
Oh, that got ugly, bro. That got
Oh
ugly.
yeah, I was there. I had to come in there. I had to come in there and straighten them guys out because they was over there on Rabbi Lewis' head, trying to hold him for something that I didn't hear him say.
Right. That's what they do. They antagonize us over there. But let's go ahead and get to the topic at hand, brother. You know, go ahead and get your information, and we sit back and listen. I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead, Rabbi Lou.
Sis Karima, what's up, sis? Shabbat Shalom. Maybe you could pull up the book, what, sister?
There you go.
There's my new book on Deuteronomy 28:68, 7-year deal translating end times by Rabbi Lewis. Must read. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
Okay. Yeah, what I honor to be online today. My name is Rabbi Lewis, aka Louis Islam, aka Real Islam. I'm a Muslim. Also, my background is in parasitology, academically in Arabic studies and investment banking. A little bit about me.
All right, so a little bit about the book and what is the there you go, JJ.
Yeah, brother, go ahead. You got the floor, man. Get into your information.
Certainly, inshallah, what an honor. My life today, man. It feels good. Uh, so, this book is about Deuteronomy 28:68. You know my computer just crashed. Sorry. People argue about Deuteronomy 28:68 is it the slave trade, transatlantic, or seven? And it was the actual action. Each began with ships, right? Sorry, my computer just crashed. What the hell? Okay, so I'll give you a taste of the book. Sorry, guys, my computer crashed. I restarted. Um, Isaiah chapter 18, right? It says we will go over the Ethiopian river. The children of Israel will go over the Ethiopian river, right? But that's the transatlantic slave trade. So let's prove that. The Ethiopian river, the transatlantic ocean, was originally called the Ethiopian River. Yeah, Ethiopian Ocean. So before the transatlantic slave trade happened in the Atlantic Ocean, we all agree with that, right?
Yeah, we listening, brother. Go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the Atlantic Ocean is where the transatlantic slave trade happened. So Isaiah 18 says we will go through the Ethiopian Ocean. But the only issue with that is the Atlantic Ocean was originally called the Ethiopian Ocean. They changed it to the Atlantic Ocean in the 1900s, right? So the Atlantic Ocean was originally called the Ethiopian Ocean. So that Ethiopian Ocean as 18 is talking about the Americas. So yeah, this is a taste of the book. Translate slave trades in the Bible.
Are you looking for us to interact with you, or are you gonna do like a get into your information? How we
Yeah,
doing
no,
it?
he wants you to ask questions as far as dealing with his book, like kind of like interviewing him on his book. As far okay, Deuteronomy. Could you explain to how it basically pertains to us? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, get into it a little bit more. Give some details, like as far as um, how it's connected, because a lot of people disagree with that. So give them a little taste of what they're gonna be looking forward to when they read it and get in the book.
So yeah, so let's dive in. Um, so in Genesis chapter 49, it says, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, and I may tell you so before you in the last days. Right? So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, became the 12 tribes. He told his sons, come to me, I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen to you in the last days. Right? So um Genesis says, Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations, right? Simeon and Levi are brethren. Why would he say that? Why did Jacob tell his sons that they be brethren when they were all brothers? Right. So why would he say you are brethren when they were all brothers, right? Because he knew the tribe of Simeon and Levi will be living on the island of Espanola in the last days, right? So he said, Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty on their habitation, which represents voodoo and Bajila, also in the Santa Maria, right? So Jacob predicted that his sons Simeon and Levi, which is the Haitians and Dominicans, will be living on the same island. That's why he said they were brethren, right? Because they be living on the same island as Espanola.
Okay, continue a little more. You
So,
giving us, you just giving us a little bit of a taste. We trying to see what entice us to really dig deep and seeing what information you have different than what we already studied.
yeah, so Simeon and Levi are brethren, which the Simeon is the Dominicans, Levi are the Haitians. They live on the same island as Hispaniola. That's why he said they are brethren, right? So Simeon and Levi are the tribe. Sorry, that's why he called me. They live on the same island, right? Let's keep going. The tribe of Issachar, which is the Mexicans. It says Issachar is a strong ass, like a donkey, crouching down between two burdens. One of the most famous signs of Mexico is an ass with two burdens on each side of the beast, right? So it says, so we know the Issacharites are the Mexicans. It says Genesis 49:15 about the Issacharites, and he saw the rest was good. The Mexicans are known for the CS, which means rest, right? So Genesis 49:15 says, and he saw the rest was good. This represents the siesta in Mexico, which means rest. And this is in the land was pleasant, right? Mexico is one of the world's favorite vacation spots because of the beautiful weather, right? So Genesis 49:15 says, and he saw the rest that was good. It represents the Mexican siesta, which means rest in Mexican and in Spanish. So when it says he saw the rest was good, it represents the siesta, which means rest in Spanish, right? And the land was pleasant, represents the land of Mexico, which is, big vacation spot, right? It says, and bowed his shoulder to the bear and became a servant unto tribute, right? So this is the prophecy of Issachar. And bowed his shoulder to bear and became a servant unto tribute. In 1540, Hernan Cortez, a conquistador from Spain, had 27,000 Aztec slaves, from Mexicans, the Aztecs. So Issacharites are Mexicans, as I said. Mentions the pleasant land to be in the siesta, which means rest. Right? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Deuteronomy 33:18. In Zebulon he said, rejoice. I see the comment. Deuteronomy 33:18. In Zebulon he said, rejoice Zebulon in thy going out. And it's called that tents, the tribe of Zebulon, which are the Mayans. The Zebulon are the Mayans, right? Will go out and meet the tribe of Issachar, the Aztecs, in their mountains of particular season holidays, right? So the tribe of Zebulon are the Mayans. Deuteronomy 33:19. They shall call the people unto the mountain. The tribe of Issachar will blow ram's horns to call Zebulon to the mountains. Both in Israel and the Americas, right? Okay. Let's see. Okay, so there's a book called The Mysteries of the Ancient Americas by Reader's Digest, page 37. It's called The Mysteries of the Ancient Americas, right? Early in the 19th century, young member of Parliament, Edward King, Viscount, was struck by the beauty and mystery of the Mexican Indian Codex, or manuscript in the Bodleian Library at Oxford, right? He exhausted his fortune in an attempt to prove that the Israelites were ancestors of the Indians in Mexico. So he was saying that Mexicans were Israelites, and this is the Ancient Americas in the Reader's Digest, page 37. Here's an excerpt from Lost Tribes in the Promised Lands by Ronald Sanders, page 187. He was saying that, okay, let me go back. Lost Tribes in the Promised Land by Ronald Sanders, page 187, 188. Okay. He was saying that the Indians were Israelites. I'm not going to read the whole thing. He was saying, Lost Tribes in the Promised Land. There's another book called History of the American Indians by James Zadar, page 207.
Hey, peace and blessing. Nehemiah Yashuala has a question.
Okay, sorry.
Kareem, can you put his question up there? He says, he's saying that, okay, there you go. How can he can refer to the Mexicans as Issachar? He said, as pseudo. The Mexicans are made up of natives, Spaniards, and some African DNA. And what he's saying, if your book is about the transatlantic slave trade, how did that tie in with what you're talking about now?
Well, this is actually from my other book on the 12 tribes chart I wrote. I'm going to digress to the other book. This is an excerpt from my book on the 12 tribes chart. So it says, Issachar is a strong ass, so he's donkey, right? Couch it down between two burdens. Look at the most famous sign of Mexico. It's an ass between two burdens on both sides. So somebody's got background noise.
He said, but it probably me. Hold up. But he said, but the majority of Mexicans are European. I can't really see that part, but European. Can you see what he said right there?
Lineage.
Lineage.
Yeah, lineage. He
Yeah.
basically. Hold on, let me take this.
I thought we was talking about the transatlantic slave trade, but you're going from another book. You're confusing the audience. But go ahead, brother. So which book are we talking about today?
My new book, but I was reading before I get into that book. I was reading from my 12 tribes chart book I wrote.
Yeah, the other book that he just wrote with the 12 chart being accurate, that he believed that the 12 chart is accurate.
So do that tie into your new book as far as them coming on the transatlantic slave trade? Oh, I thought the northern, according to what y'all teach, the northern kingdom came over here what 722 BC, according to what y'all teach.
Yeah.
So how did that tie in with the transatlantic slave trade? You there, brother?
Yeah.
You all right today, Rabbi Lewis? You seem kind of.
I'm here, brother. I was just reading through my book.
All right, go ahead, man.
This is from Lost Tribes in the Promised Land by Ronald Sanders again, page 363. Upon hearing the words, they arose when Montesinos, he said to Shemash, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. He told them they were from the tribe of Reuben, and the tribe of Joseph was on an island nearby, which is Puerto Rico and Cuba. So we know the Puerto Ricans and Cubans are Israelites because they told Montesino that they were from the tribe of Reuben, and the tribe of Joseph was living nearby in Puerto Rico. So the natives are Israelites, right? Okay.
What's going on, Zion?
Shalom, family.
Okay, let me back to the book. How can they purchase the book? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sis.
Besides Amazon, you see it up here. But yeah, can you explain to us how can they purchase the book, hard copy?
They go purchase on Amazon. That's what you see.
Somebody got mute their mic.
All right, so let's keep going through some of these tribes. Let's give you a taste of the book.
Hey, Shalom, Zion.
Shalom, fam.
Yeah, shalom.
This brother going over his new book.
Genesis 49:21. Naphtali is a hind let loose. He giveth good works, right? It says Naphtali is a hind let loose, right? He giveth good works. A hind is like a young deer, right? And wanders with excitement to various areas. The tribe of Naphtali will become nomadic, traveling to various areas in Argentina and Chile. They were known as the Gauchos, who were famous buckers and herdsmen, right? So this, the Argentinians and Chileans are the tribe of Naphtali. He gave good words, meaning they were very social and pleasant. People who always give good greetings. The capital of Argentina is Buenos Aires, which means good air, which means good air. This reflects the prophecy of Naphtali being good, pleasant people. So Naphtali are the Argentinians and Chileans, right? Let's keep going. And of Naphtali, he said, "O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessing of the Lord, possess thou the west and the south." Naphtali was satisfied with the favor with reference to the fruitfulness of their land, such as grapes, wine, and coffee beans, full with the blessing of the Lord, meaning the Most High blessed them with rich land, great agriculture, and a huge cattle industry, which is one of the largest in the world. It says, possess the west and the south, right?
I'm sorry, I just got in.
Yeah, so it says they will possess the west and the south, Naphtali. And now remember, Moses was dwelling in Israel when the prophecy was spoken. The land of Naphtali was located to the northern part of Israel, not the west and the south. So what was Moses talking about? Because it says they will possess the west and the south, the tribe of Naphtali. But they lived to the northern part of Israel, right? So what was Moses speaking about? He was talking about the tribe of Naphtali would occupy, they would migrate to the western hemisphere along with their brethren, possess the west and the south. When you look at a map, the most southern lands in the western hemisphere occupy this land are Argentina and Chile. So we know when it says they will possess the west and the south, that was a reference to the western hemisphere because Naphtali in antiquity lived in the north. But it says they will possess the west and the south was the western hemisphere.
Question. All
So
right, I have a question. So many of us who studied, you know what I'm saying, about Egyptian culture and in that time, especially in the time of Moses, Egypt, the map was upside down. So north was south and south was north. Southern Egypt is technically northern Egypt according to our map. And northern Egypt is southern Egypt according to our map. Now, how do you fix that?
no, that's not what I said. I made a statement. I said Naphtali, Argentina and Chile today. it says, Naphtali will possess the west and the south, the tribe of Naphtali. But Moses was when this prophecy was spoken, Naphtali was located to the northern part of Israel, not the west and the south. So when he said Naphtali will possess the west and the south, that can't be northern Israel because they possess the northern part of Israel. So he was speaking about them occupying the western hemisphere, the west and the south. When you look at a map, the most southern lands of the western hemisphere is Argentina and Chile. So when it says they will possess the west and the south, it represents the western hemisphere and the southernmost part of the western hemisphere, which is Argentina and Chile. Make sense?
It still doesn't answer my question. Egypt did not look at the map. The Egypt looked at the map upside down, so that does not fit. But I don't want to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? I have one other question too. This question is in these lands where you're yes, sis, that he does support the 12 tribes talk. Um, um, in these areas, these regions, are there any archaeological evidence such as um, um, uh, sacrificial stones? Are there any cultural traditions such as um, um, circumcision, all of the things that would, does your book substantiate any of those archaeological evidence that does there any archaeological evidence? Ark of Covenant tradition is in that region of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Not Ark of Covenant, but arks. They carried arks for thousands of years in Egypt and in Nubia, and even before Moshe, you know what I'm saying, was commanded to build the Ark of Covenant. There is a tradition of arks that you can see going back to antiquity. You know what I'm saying? Even, you know what I'm saying, recorded in that region of North Africa, and in is there any evidence, any pottery, any where is the Temple of Solomon? Where are all of these um, um, locations, these buildings and stuff that are named in the Bible? Where are they in North America?
All right, so yes. Elias Buddha knows work is starting in the West. They found the Torah in America. But let me keep going. In Asher, he said, let Asher be
I'm
blessed
looking
with
for
children.
stones. I'm looking for pottery. I'm looking for circumcision traditions. I'm looking for the traditions, because in South America they ate boar. You know what I'm saying? They ate things that would have been considered unclean according to the scriptures. And I'm not saying that everybody, you know what I'm saying, but there has to be hard evidence. There has to be archaeological finds, foundations of buildings. Like, for instance, the Tel Arad stone. You got the stelas. Where are all of those things? And does it have Hebrew on it? Where is the body? I'm filing a habeas corpus petition right now.
Okay. All right, so we digress from my presentation because you really digress. So they found Hebrew inscriptions all throughout the Americas. Um,
And this is dated. This is dated past the European influences.
yes,
And you substantiate that in your book, right?
yes.
Okay. I digress. Yashar, do you have any questions?
Okay, so it says Lamentations chapter 5, verse 2. Let's keep going. Our inheritance is turned to strangers and houses to aliens, right? Lamentations 5 and 2. The proof of the says our inheritance is turned to strangers and house to aliens, right? Lamentations 5 and 2. The proof of this blessing with the children is in Brazil, where they have the largest population of children in the world, right? Due to lack of foster care, orphanage, and welfare. One second. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Lamentations 5 and 2. Our inheritance turned to strangers, our houses to aliens, right? It's a prophecy in Lamentations 5. The proof of this blessing with the children is in Brazil. They have the largest population of children in the world, Brazil. Due to lack of foster care, orphanage, and welfare, the children are destitute in the streets without hope. All right, so that's why it says, Lamentations 5, we are orphans and fatherless. These children resort to prostitution and robbing tourists to survive. It's gotten so bad that the Brazilian government hires mercenaries from Argentina and Germany to round up these children, murdering them without mercy. Right? So that verse is fulfilled by the Brazilians. Our inheritance turn to strangers, our houses to aliens, right? Let him, let's keep reading, let him be acceptable to his brethren. The children of Asher have been reduced to a primitive state through the jungles of the Amazon. Okay, let's keep going. Let him dip his foot in oil, it says, Asher, right? The tribe of Asher, right? When you examine all the lands of the Incas, Asher occupied from Colombia to Uruguay, they were filled with plenty of oil. Out of all the lands, the largest output of crude oil resources in America is found in Colombia. So that's why it says let him dip his foot in oil. It represents the oil of the land of ash of the Incas. Let's keep going. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, meaning Asher would have been standing on a lot of mineral resources like iron, brass, chromium, nickel, iron, and copper. Let's read that again. It says Asher's shoes shall be like iron and brass, right? It represents the mineral resources of iron, brass, chromium, nickel, iron, and copper in Colombia. So that's why it says Asher's shoe should be like iron and brass. You know what I'm saying? And the word for Hebrew word for iron is Brazil. Ooh, headshot, right? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, keep going, brother. Rock out.
So the Hebrew word for iron is actually Brazil itself. Again, it says that Asher's shoe should be like iron and brass, which means Asher will be standing on a lot of mineral resources and their land, right? Let's keep going. And as thy days be so, shall thy strength be, meaning Asher be a strong tribe. Here's archaeological proof that the Inca Indians are from the tribe of Asher. Let's prove they're from the tribe of Asher, right? The Incas of the Inca Indians. It's from a book called Feast and Wisdom of the Ancients by, I'm sorry?
Part. I'm part, so go ahead, Salaki.
Feast and Wisdom of the Ancients by Time Life Books on page 118. The following is from a tablet found in Brazil. It was originally written in Hebrew and gives a detailed account of the voyage of the Americas. And it says, this is from the book Feast and Wisdom of the Ancients by Time Life Books on page 118, right? It says, we are the sons of Canaan from Sidon.
You fell out. Are you still talking, brother? Can't hear you.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. History of the Ancient Indians by James Adair, page 223. And that quote, us Costa writes that the clothing of the South American Indians are shaped like those of the ancient Jews. And the Rev. Mr. Dorgo, 1650. Okay, he was saying, okay. And Meldiva says the American idols were, okay, admired as Aaron. He affirms that the natives observed the year of Jubilee according to the use of the Israelites. Okay, let's keep on. You wanted to say something, brother? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It would sound like it was clicking out, but I do have a question after you're done. I'm not gonna go ahead. Continue, brother. I don't know if everybody else was hearing you, but for some reason I might have to go back out and come back in. Do you hear me, Karima? Keep your eye. I'm go out and come back in.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So where they at
So
today?
yeah,
Where the Israelites at today?
So let's keep going. I gave you like 4 tribes. Dan shall be a serpent in the way, and adder in the path that beateth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backwards. Right, Genesis 49:17. It says Dan, tribe of Dan should be a serpent by the way. Right. What is that talking about? The various little isles that make up the Bahamas and Virgin Islands with Trinidad are shaped like a serpent. So it says Dan should be a serpent by the way. The Isles of Bahamas, Virgin Islands, and Trinidad are shaped like a serpent. Trinidad has 2 powerful water channels called the Serpent's Mouth and Dragon's Mouth, by the way, in the Americas. So when it says Dan, tribe of Dan should be a serpent by the way. It represents the islands of the Bahamas, Virgin Islands, and Trinidad, which is shaped like a serpent. Trinidad has 2 powerful water channels called the Serpent's Mouth. So the reason why it says Dan should be a serpent by the way, because the islands of Trinidad, the Virgin Islands, and Bahamas are shaped like a serpent, and it's called the mouth, the Serpent's Mouth, right? So that's prophetic.
all right. I have a question, brother.
Yeah, it says in the adder in the path.
Um,
Just as Dan attacked viciously in the past.
go ahead. I think we have a lag.
Hello?
I think we have a
Okay, you got the
lag.
floor, brother.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Okay. So I got. Yeah. Okay. I got a question. Um. Um. And it's concerning certain animals that were in the Bible. That was spoken of in the scriptures. Like for instance, are there camels in North America and South America?
I don't believe so. No.
Are there cobras?
I don't
What
know.
about
Why is
gazelles?
that relevant?
Are gazelles and ostriches in North America and South America?
No, no,
Huh?
no.
These animals are in the Bible, and these animals are in present day Israel and the Middle East and northern southern Africa.
Certainly.
How do we rectify the animals that were spoken of that don't exist in South America that are described in the Bible?
Okay, first of all, Rebecca fell off a camel in the Torah, and the camels are not domesticated that far back, so we know these letters were written later. But I'm not sure that question is relevant. Um, so you asked about any evidence of them keeping Torah. The Mexicans wore fringes. Um, they blew ram's horns. They had synagogues. They know themselves with oil. They had Nazarite vow. They would put dust on the heads as they did in the Levant. Um, yeah, keep going. One second. This is Edward King from a book called Antiquities of Mexico, page 183. It says this is hello? You guys hear me?
Still here, brother.
This is extra from a book called Antiquities of Mexico, page 183. Galicia is in his celebrated treatise of the original Indians. Adduces as a partial argument in favor that the Mexicans be descended from the Jews. A similarity which many of their laws bore to those of the Torah. This argument is so conclusive that it's necessary. That's just okay. Yeah. So Antiquities of Mexico 183 says the Mexicans were Jews. Let's keep going. Hold on. I got a lot to bring out. Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Here's a description of the Native Americans by so the original Native Americans were black. Because somebody was saying the natives and the Mexicans are European, right? That's bogus. So Giovanni de Veranzo's work, it says the natives are dark in color, not unlike the Ethiopians, right? With thick black hair, not very long, tied black behind the head like a small tail. So he said that they were dark like Ethiopians, the Native Americans. I got pictures of Native Americans in the book and they're black. So that's bogus. So Moses said that the Gad, a troop shall, Genesis 49 and 19, Gad, a troop shall tramp upon them, but he shall triumph at last. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Okay. Like I said, I got pictures of the natives all throughout the book. 1 second. In a nutshell, I just gave you like all 12 tribes where they came from. Um, you know. So I mean I gave you a primer on that. So let's dive into our new book. This is so there's something called the Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
There's something called the Apocrypha, which was taken out the canon, King James Version. The Malachi, the Book of Remembrance is called, ends with the Persians ruling. The Babylonians got defeated by the Persians. Then the New Testament, the Romans are ruling. It skips over the Greeks. What happened with the Greeks? So all the history of what happened between the Greeks and the Israelites and the Greek Roman Empire, the Greek empires is taken out of the Bible, right? So if I could talk a little about that, Karima, or I can dive into my new book, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Certainly. So I digress back into my new book. Before we do that, so Daniel 7-6. After this, I behold, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it, right? So the leopard represents Alexander the Great. So it says, in this I behold, and lo, another like a leopard. The leopard represents Alexander the Great. He was a Greek emperor, right? It says he also, the reason why he's called the leopard Alexander the Great, because he used to wear leopard skin. And his helmet was covered in leopard skin, right? So the leopard in Daniel 7 is Alexander. His sister was taken out the Bible, right? In the Apocrypha. Okay. It says after Alexander's death, the Greek Empire split into 4 kingdoms, where it represents Ptolemy of Egypt, Seleucus, Nicator of Babylon and the Levant, Antigonus in Asia, Lysimachus in Hellespont, and then Cassandra possessed Macedonia. So after Alexander the Great dies, his kingdom got split into four kingdoms: Ptolemy, Seleucus, Antigonus, Lysimachus, and Cassandra. Right? Okay. This is found in the Book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 2-4. Let's keep on. Revelation 6 talks about a black horse. Got the white horse, got a black horse, right? The black horse represents the Hebrew rulership of Africa and the Byzantine Empire, right? So the black horse represents who the Hebrews were black, right? The black horse is the Hebrews, the black Hebrews ruling Africa and the Byzantine Empire in the Middle Ages. That was the black horse. It's called the black horse. Can you guys hear me?
Just go.
Yeah, so the black horse represents the Hebrews because they were black. The Bible calls it the black horse, which is the Hebrew rulership of Africa and the Byzantine Empire in the Middle Ages, right? So the black horse represents the Hebrews ruling Europe. Let's look at the white horse. The pale horse was the Ottoman Turkish Empire. The pale represents the Turkish onslaught of the conquering of the Middle East, Levant, North Africa, and Europe. Okay. Let's keep going. The dragon represents the Roman Empire. The great dragon. That's the Roman Empire. 1 second. Like I said, the great dragon is the Roman Empire. You the white horse. So the black horse was us, our people, ruling, because they were black.
Do they have antelopes in North and South America, brother? Antelope is in Deuteronomy 14:5. The Adax is a light-colored antelope native to the Saharan desert. That's in Deuteronomy 14:15. The ape is in 1 Kings 10:22. Is there apes, not monkeys, but apes in South America?
Okay, so this is short.
And
Can you hear me?
the camels in Genesis 24 verse 10, Leviticus 11:4, Isaiah 30:6, and Matthews 3 verse 4, 19 20 19 verse 19, chapter 19 verse 24, and in chapter 23 verse 24. We already figured out that there ain't no camels in North or South America, right? Those are indigenous to that region, to right?
Okay, can I respond
What
to that?
about? Go ahead, brother.
I wrote another book called American Art Civilization. The falcon that had ruled Horus was fashioned after. You know what's the name of that falcon, right?
I'm asking about camels, antelopes.
What was the name of the
I'm
falcon
see,
that
see,
Horus
see.
was
Hold on,
fashioned after?
hold on 1 second, brother. Because there's a lot of animals. Like for instance, the buzzard. There's many different buzzards all over the world.
Answer my
There's many
question.
different
Answer
bees
my
all over the
question.
world. These are
Answer my
animals that are
question.
in the Bible. Bats are in North, South America, and in Africa.
No,
But there are
I'm asking you a
specific
particular question.
animals, brother.
I'm asking you a
I'm
particular question.
asking you a question, and you're not answering. See,
No, my
I
question
don't
is,
answer
what is the name
questions.
of the
I don't
falcon?
answer questions, brother. This is your book. This is your book, and I'm asking you questions, and you're deflecting from it.
Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
There are there camels in North and South America?
No.
Is the Adax in North Deuteronomy 14:5? Is the Adax in North or South America? Is a cobra? Can you find cobras in North and South America? If the book was written in North and South America, then how do they know about these animals that are only in the Middle East and in Northern Africa and in Southern Arabia? There's a couple of other animals. The Egyptian vulture, Leviticus 11:18. It's a specific kind of vulture. I can go on for days. Gazelles. There's no gazelles. There's no gazelles in North or South Africa. Why is it named in the Bible? If it's
Okay.
not in North and South Africa, and the gazelle is named in Deuteronomy 12, verse 15 and 14 and 5. 1 Samuel, it goes on. The list goes on. There's a lot of animals. The hyena is in Isaiah 34 and 14. We know the hyena don't live here. How? How do we reconcile that, brother?
So, you done? Are you done? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so as I already said, Horus, because you mentioned Upper North Egypt earlier, Horus is the Apollondo falcon, the falcon he's fashioned after. That is a bird native to the Americas, the Apollondo falcon. Ampu, Anubis, is the Zolotl dog, which is a dog that's native to the Americas. They find pineapples in the hieroglyphs, which is a crop native to the Americas. They found cocaine in the nose of the pharaohs, which is native to the crop native to the Americas. I could just keep going. So I don't understand your argument. But let's keep
Now,
going.
I would have to object to that for one reason. You didn't reconcile the falcon, and Egyptian falcon does not rectify camels, gazelles, cobras. These are animals that do not exist in North and South America. That was a deflection. Technically, if we was in court, I would have to object and say that, you know what I'm saying, you didn't answer the question. Camels. How do we reconcile that? Don't worry about no falcons. Birds can fly all over the earth. We know that. There's all kinds of birds everywhere. Falcons in Africa, falcons in North America, camels, my dude. Where's the camels in South America? And this is in Deuteronomy, bro. This is early. This ain't like, you know what I'm saying, New Testament stuff. It's Old Testament animals. The leopard, Isaiah 11, verse 6, 13, and verse 23. Daniel, verse 7, chapter 7, verse 6. Revelations 13 and 2. Where is the leopard? Where
Bro, what is
is
your
the
point?
cobra?
What are you trying to say? I'm
The
confused.
point
What's
of the
your point?
matter is, that you cannot place Israel in North and South America when the Bible specifically shows you geographic evidence of animals that do not exist in North and South America.
When did I say the Israelites came from South America? They migrated to South Central America. When did I say they were from America? I never said that.
Oh, you saying they migrated?
I said they migrated.
So with Deuteronomy 20, 28, and 68. Wait, first and foremost, you're saying that the tribes migrated to South America, but North and South America is Israel, right? That's not the book, right?
Well, I mean, there's
Is
evidence. There's a book
Israel
called
in North and South America?
Answering
Is
That. There's a book by Answering That. I'm answering your question. There's
I'm
a
not
book
worried
by
about books. Not worried about books. I'm worried
there's a
about
book called hold on, let me respond.
life
Let me
forms,
respond.
biogeography, bro. That shows you where a people's land was. If somebody says that they lived in a place where there was cobras and camels, you know that there's only a few places where that would be. And so when I just got off the phone with this other dude who was talking about Israel is in North and South America, and he couldn't provide any of the evidence. And when I brought up the animals,
Okay, there's
he did the
evidence for
same
that.
thing you just
There's
did.
evidence. There's evidence for that. There's a book called
There's camels in North and South America.
bro, let me respond, please. Stop over talking me. I was saying, there's a book by Horace Butler called Rock Scribe by Horace Butler. He's a scholar. He shows that the original Jerusalem was in Peru in the Americas. And he built the case for that in his work. Rock Scribe by Horace Butler. He said that Israel was in Peru. And there's evidence for that. So in a nutshell, I just gave you like 7 different tribes where they migrated to. I got a lot more to bring out. But if anybody want to put the link in the chat room, people want to come on and ask questions.
Objection, non-responsive, move to strike. And I love you, brother, but you kind of contradicted yourself just now. But I don't want to be contentious, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. The audience heard what I said, and they heard what you said, and we said what we said, and I'm moving on.
Anybody want to get on that got questions or disagree with what he just said? The link is in there.
Let's talk about the tribe of Benjamin. I forgot to mention the tribe of Benjamin. Genesis 49:27. Benjamin shall reign as a wolf. In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil, right? His Benjamin shall be raven as a wolf. Now, the word slaves, maroons in Jamaica, were known that the word maroon means wolf in Latin. So it says Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. So, the Benjaminites, they hate the Jamaicans. I guess the word maroon is Latin for wolf. The maroons were slaves in Jamaica. So when it says the Benjamin shall raven as a wolf, so what the maroon people, which means wolf in Latin. They were runaway slaves that fled to the mountains as well as the islands of Jamaica. So the Benjaminites are the tribe of Jamaicans, or the tribe of Benjamin. Okay. So I gave you quite a bit of excerpts from the book. I don't know if anybody wants to ask questions. I'm open for that. Well, Brother Nahimia, there's evidence for that. There's archaeological evidence that Israel was in Peru. You can check out my other book called American Origin Civilization, Fabricated to the Jews by myself, if you want to learn more about the history. Okay, I could say a lot more, but I'm gonna stop there and let anybody ask questions.
Shalom to the masses.
You the Nats? It's good.
To the last one, if you hit the link, bro, coming on the panel, bro.
Sister Karima. This is off the topic, but did you hear from Cephas Black?
No, not yet. I send it to his inbox.
Okay. Shalom, Judah.
To the last one, shalom, bro. Shabbat shalom.
Oh, shalom, brother. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, Shabbat shalom, brother.
Shabbat shalom, brother. My speakers are a little jammed up.
Yeah, all this a little low, brother.
No, it's all right. I hear you. Just well, I'm fine. I want to ask you, brother, when the Davidic dynasty is not in rulership, who is in charge?
Sorry, the Davidic rulers.
Who you asking, me?
Brother Rabbi Luke.
Or you asking Rabbi?
Either or, whoever wants to answer.
I'll let you go first, brother.
No, I'm chilling, man. I'm still stuck on the camels.
Hello.
Rabbi Lewis, you want to answer that?
Yeah, repeat your question, brother. I'm sorry. The Davidic rulers are not ruling. Who's in charge?
Yes. So after Nebuchadnezzar took Zedekiah into Babylon, who was ruling Israel after that time? What tribe?
So that's Zerubbabel, right?
Say it again. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
You talking about Zerubbabel?
No. What tribe was ruling Israel after that?
I'm not sure what person you're referring to. I know Zerubbabel went back to build the temple. He was from the tribe of Judah. The high priest was Joshua, correct? What tribe was he from? Levi, right?
Yes. But
Joshua was from Levi, correct?
Yes. But
Zerubbabel was from Judah, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But who was of higher status, Zerubbabel or Joshua?
Higher status. Joshua was a priest. Zerubbabel was a governor.
Yes. So whose stature was higher in Israel?
Well, Israel was a theocracy, meaning it was ran by the priests. So I guess you could say Joshua.
Oh, okay. Thank you, brother. You answered correctly, brother. I just wanted to see if what you know.
Yeah. Let me ask you, did Zerubbabel have the Ark of the Covenant?
It went missing.
Huh? Went missing.
Yes.
Where is it today?
I cannot give you a positive answer on that, brother.
Okay. Did not. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Who was the last ruler, like the real legitimate ruler of Israel?
Before we ask you, who's the last king of Babylon?
Zedekiah. He was a puppet.
No, the last actual Babylonian king.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nebuchadnezzar II died. His son, Belshazzar, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the Bible is supposed to, but doesn't history say it was somebody else? Who was it?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Belshazzar.
In the Bible says, but the history says something else.
I mean, that's like so-called outside scholarly.
The scholars said it was Nabonidus. So was it Nabonidus or was it Belshazzar?
I mean,
the Bible says Belshazzar. The history said it was Nabonidus. Or were they the same person? Maybe we say, what are the same person?
They could have been the same person. It could have been the same person. Sometimes throne names are not like it's like Haile Selassie.
Okay, so prove that. Prove Nabonidus and Belshazzar were the same person.
Well, I can't prove that, but what I'm saying is there are no. I mean, hear me out, brother.
I'm hearing you, brother.
There are people who have throne names, and like example, Haile Selassie is not Rastafari's McCunnen's real name. That was his throne name. So sometimes people had throne names, such as even Solomon had what Yadaya. That wasn't his that was his throne name, but his name was Solomon, Shalamah.
I would agree. So you prove that. Then the bonus was Belshazzar.
Well, I can't prove that, brother. I'm not. You probably are well more studied in the Babylonian dynasties than me, brother. I'm not gonna. I just want to ask you, who was the last legitimate Nagayad or ruler of Israel? I just want to ask you that. Who was the last legitimate real ruler bloodline of Israel?
Oh, okay. The last bloodline ruler of Israel.
Yes.
What book you in? What part of the book?
You can go to Daniel 9, verse 25, 26.
I'm not sure, brother.
Give it to us. I'm sorry. Go again, brother. What did you say?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you. I mean, I have an idea what you're saying, but I mean, well, so who fulfilled Daniel 9:27?
Onias III, the Messiah.
Who?
Onias III.
What tribe is he from?
Levi.
That's brother. You got to be a brother. Okay, yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay, I get it. You're talking about John Hyrcanus.
No, those are illegitimate rulers. Onias III was the last legitimate ruler.
Well, he was a Levite, brother. You got to be from Judah to sit on the throne.
Yeah, you're right. But those guys were from Levi, so they were not actual kings.
You just said Onias was a Levite.
Yeah, he was the high priest.
Right, you can't be from. You got to be from Judah. Should I prove that?
Right. No, hear what I'm saying.
You can't be a Levite and sit on the throne of David, brother.
No, he didn't sit on the throne of David. He was a Levite. He was the high priest. He was the highest of all. He was.
What year was this? The Hellenistic period?
Yes. During Antiochus IV. Yes.
Oh, Antiochus Epiphanes. Okay. Seleucid Empire. All right.
Yeah. So he was the last legitimate ruler of Israel.
Who defeated the Maccabees?
Who defeated the Maccabees? So this is okay. Onias died. The Maccabees took him. I would say the Romans.
I know who was though, particularly. Nothing. I mean, I know it was Romans, but who was it?
They installed Herod, so I would say Rome.
Right, but who was the emperor who came, the ruler who came and defeated the Maccabees?
I cannot tell you offhand right now. I cannot.
Okay, I believe it was Mark Antony, and what was the other dude he was with? Was it Marcus Agrippa? Well, it was definitely Mark Antony was one of, and I think it was Agrippa was with him. So
was it Mark Antony from the Grecian area?
Yeah, Mark Antony defeated the let me pull that up real quick. I believe it was Mark Antony.
Yeah, it was like from the Grecian area. He had married Cleopatra. That was the Grecian area, but during Rome had taken over.
Let me give it to you. I forgot. I think it was Mark.
All right.
But they got defeated.
Who, Maccabees? Yes, they did. Yes. Well, they started selling out to Rome.
Yeah, they said he paid them with gold from the sepulchre of David, right?
One more time, brother. Say it again.
They paid them off with gold from the sepulchre of David, according to Josephus.
Well, sometimes I agree with Josephus, sometimes I don't, but I'll acquiesce to your point. Yes.
Yeah, they said they got gold from King David's sepulchre, like his grave.
I don't know about that, brother. I didn't read anything about that.
Yeah, they paid them off from gold sepulchre, David's sepulchre. They paid the Romans off to leave him alone.
Okay, I won't deny that, brother. I won't deny that.
Yeah, so they fulfilled Daniel 11:14. Hashem said, they shall seek the robbers of thy people, shall seek to establish the vision, but will fail. Right? Was it Daniel's 11?
Was it Daniel
11 or 14?
Yeah. That may be, in fact, that may be true, brother.
Yeah, that was the Maccabees fulfilled that. They sought to establish the vision and failed. The vision of the kingdom.
Yeah, that may be it. Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you because they were illegitimate high priests and kings.
Okay, I got it. It says in 63 BC, the Roman general Pompey conquered Israel, ending the Hasmonean sovereignty of the land. So it was Pompey in 63 BCE who defeated the Maccabees, the Hasmonean Empire. It was the Maccabees after the Maccabees. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
63 BC under Pompey, Roman general Pompey.
Okay, I'm not. It sounds about right. I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. You believe in Yeshua HaMashiach?
Yes, but he's not the Messiah of Daniel. I'm just putting out there. He's not higher than Onias III.
Was he a Levite or Judite?
The New Testament tried to paint him as a Judahite, but if you read the Dead Sea Scrolls, it says that when he came, he will be a Levite.
Right. Okay. Do you believe in the virgin birth?
Absolutely not.
So Joseph was his real father?
That genealogy is a little sketchy.
Judah
but I
Naz
was
is OT only. Yeah.
Well,
Pardon,
I'm
self.
not.
If you don't know Judah Naz,
brother, you can't talk for me, brother.
Salakia.
You don't know what, brother. You don't know where I'm coming from, brother.
Brother, hold on. This brother don't know, brother. We already know each other. We debated on SDL a couple years ago.
Yes,
Right.
he doesn't. These guys are thinking of where there's no such thing as an Old Testament for one. The Ten Commandments are the testimony, so there's no replacement
Torah
for the
Tanakh only. Salakia.
Well, no, I'm messianic because we have King David's Messiah, Onias III, Yahweh Shah,
Okay.
John the Baptist. I don't believe in one Messiah. No, that was never the case.
Hold on, is David coming back himself?
No, I do believe that Yahweh Shah was an anointed one. He was from Levi. My belief. I can't prove that, but I believe that.
Oh, okay. Was he is David coming back himself?
Yes.
So can you explain Acts 2:29?
I'm sorry. Acts. You said Acts, brother. I don't have.
Who wrote Acts? Who wrote Acts?
I'm drinking beer, but just bear with me if I'm drinking beer. So I'm just telling you guys,
right, brother. I got you, brother.
All right, let me get my Bible real quick, brother. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, I wasn't trying to be intrusive, brother, on your time, but let me get it real quick. You know me for years, brother, Rabbi Lewis. Acts 29. What verse, brother?
29.
Yes. What verse do you want? Oh, wait a minute. You said Acts 29? Because mine only goes to Acts 28.
Acts 2:29.
Oh, Acts 2. I'm sorry. My bad, brother. I'm sorry. Acts 2 and verse 29. Bear with me. Hold on. I'm sorry, bear with me. 29. Okay, it says, let me tell you plainly, my friends, that the patriarch
Acts
David.
2:29.
I'm there, brother. I'm there.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
It says, let me tell you plainly, my friends, that the patriarch David died and was buried, and his tomb is here to this day.
Read on.
Oh, okay. It is clear, therefore, that he spoke as a prophet who knew that God had sworn to him that one of his own direct descendants should sit on the throne. And when he said he was not abandoned to death and his flesh never suffered corruption, he spoke with foreknowledge of the resurrection of the Messiah. The Jesus we speak of has been raised by God, as we can all bear witness.
You exegete that.
Paul was in direct error.
Okay, he's in error. Explain.
Because if you go to the various prophets, it keeps saying David, the house of David is coming back, not the house of Jesus.
So this is a scribal error.
I'm sorry, say it again, brother.
This is a scribal error or a scribal.
No, Paul was not. And this might offend some, but Yahweh Shah, or what you call Jesus, was a bloodline Israelite. Paul was not.
And then Paul said he was from the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah, he said that. He said a lot of things, but that wasn't necessarily true.
He was the Edomite. You say he was Edomite?
Yes, Edomite. Well, hold on, brother, because I have. He writes himself that he is related to the Herodian dynasty.
Yeah, I saw that verse. So he was an Edomite. Okay.
Yes. He was.
Okay. You have any proof of that? What's the proof of that?
He writes it. He says to Herodian, my brother, my kinsman.
Right. Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question. Didn't Jesus go to the Idumeans in Matthew chapter 3?
Let me get that real quick. Come on. I don't want to freestyle. So
don't skip past that Psalms 132 verse 11 either.
All right. Well, we have a whole bunch more.
Go to Matthew chapter 3.
Okay. Matthew chapter 3.
He went to Idumea.
Let's bear with me.
Mark 3 and 8.
You want Mark? Which one? Mark 3 and 8 or
Mark 3, 7 through 8?
Okay. Mark 3. There's no second temple in Egypt. Let me answer this real quick. Rabbi Lewis, do you know about the temple in Leontopolis in Egypt under Onias IV?
Yes, I'm familiar with that. Yes, I heard that.
All right. So Jay Snake has no clue what he's talking about. Then he's not an Israelite. Okay. So
yeah, that's a good point. He did build it. If I'm not mistaken, he built it.
Well, they're not Israelites, so let's not. So they won't deal with them.
Hold on. So okay, we'll deal with. Yeah, Ananias did build a temple in Egypt. That's true. Yes. Matthew 3.
Oh, Matthew. Okay.
Hold on. It's one verse.
I thought you said Mark.
I think I'm a Mark. Yeah, Mark 3 and 8. I'm sorry. Mark.
Oh man, I'm going. Okay. Mark 3.
Sorry.
Okay, all right. While I'm getting at Jay Snake, you're not an Israelite. If you was, you wouldn't even be talking crazy.
Mark 3, 7 through 8.
All right. Mark 3, 7 through 8.
What version you in? Because it's not KJV. I noticed you're not in the KJV.
No, I'm in the New English Bible. I do have a KJV, but I have.
Let me just follow along in New English. What's it called?
This is the New English Bible, Oxford, Cambridge.
New English. I don't see that here. Okay, but read it.
I mean, I think I may have a KJV, but
yeah, certainly KJV if you got it.
Let me see if I have a KJV. Give me clear with me. I have a Jerusalem Bible. I do not have an exact KJV.
That's fine. You can read your version. No problem.
Okay.
Mark 3, 7 through 8.
Mark 3, 73?
Mark 3, 7 through 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mark 3, 7 through 8. Okay. This is Mark 3, 7. Jesus went away to the lakeside with his disciples. Great numbers from Galilee, Judea, Jerusalem, Idumea, and Transjordan, and the neighborhood of Tyre and Sidon, heard of what he was doing and came to him to see him.
Yeah, so it says, and from Jerusalem from Idumea. Were these real Edomites? Were the Edomites living at the time?
Yes, there were Edomites living amongst us. Yes.
So Jesus went to some Idumeans, correct?
Yes.
Okay, he taught some Gentiles.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Got the floor.
I'm sorry. I'll mute. But what? I'm sorry. What were you trying to say? Like what?
No, because he said he was only sent to the lost sheep. Matthew 15:24. So why is he going to Idumeans and Mark?
Well, we were always like mixed. So you won't deny that we did not mix.
Right.
So the Idumeans that were counted amongst us were counted as citizens. Would you disagree?
Yeah.
According to the Torah, the foreigners who dwelt. So let me ask you real quick. Rabbi Lewis, according to the Torah, you had two different types of foreigners. You have foreigners that came into the land and they worked and they did whatever, but they didn't partake in our culture. Then you had foreigners that did cleave to our culture and they were counted as natives. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Okay, so we have no. All right, so then we're on the same page. So any foreigners that were not bloodline Israelites that cleave. I'm sorry, I'm dreaming. I'm sorry. That cleave to us and adhere to our culture were counted as natives. So yes, Yahweh Shah and others did. I mean, if you read in the book of Maccabees, it said the Messiah Onias III. It said even the Greeks loved him, and they cried and they were saddened when he was murdered. So this was not we had foreigners amongst us that adhere to our culture, but they had to cleave to us.
Jesus go to the Zebulonites.
Say it again, brother.
Matthew chapter 4. Did he go to Zebulon?
Yes. Wait, I'm sorry. Matthew 4:4. I don't want to freestyle. Matthew 4:4.
Matthew 4:14 through 15.
Okay. Tell me if this is the right one. He said, you do not understand this parable. How then are you to understand any parable? The sower sows the word. Is that
Matthew
it?
chapter 4:14 through 15.
Oh, Matthew. I'm sorry. Sorry, brother. Sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I was in Mark. I'm sorry.
He's quoting Isaiah 9:1 here.
Bear in mind, I'm not one of those like anti-Gentile cleaving. I'm not one of them Israelites. I say Matthew. What again? I'm sorry, brother. 4.
4:14 through 15.
Okay. Matthew 4.
Matter of fact, start at verse 13. Start at verse 12. I'm sorry, 12 through 15.
All right. Matthew 4. I'm sorry, 12. All right. It says when he heard that John had been arrested, Jesus withdrew to Galilee. And he, leaving Nazareth, he went and settled at Capernaum on the Sea of the Galilee, in the district of Zebulun and Naphtali. This was to fulfill the passage in the prophet Isaiah, which tells us of the land of Zebulun, the land of Naphtali, the way of the sea, the land beyond Jordan, heathen Galilee, and says, the people that
He
live
went
in
to Zebulun and Naphtali on the seacoast with the Israelites there at the time, with the Zebulonites and Naphtaliites there.
Wait, say it again, brother. Repeat that.
Verse 13, and leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the seacoast in the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali. Zebulun and Naphtali were from the 12 tribes, correct?
Yes.
Were they living there when they went to Zebulun? Were the Israelites still living in there? Or were these Gentiles put there? That's the question.
Gentiles were there.
So were there any Israelites there?
There was a few.
Where are the northern tribes today?
They're spread out throughout the four corners.
Okay. All right.
But a majority of them are in Babylon, which we call North America today.
Okay, I agree. Okay. See, so you're saying there were no Zebulon and Naphtali is living there.
Say it again. Say it again.
When Christ went to Zebulon and Naphtali on the seacoast, were there Israelites there?
A few, yes.
Okay. Was he going to the Israelites there or Gentiles?
Gentiles.
He was going to the Gentiles there. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I asked you, was the Samaritan woman in John 4, was she an Israelite?
No.
Okay, she was. Okay, how you?
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Y'all, should I stay on or go off or like what? What am I? Karima, sister, Yasha, anybody? Zion, what about? Can you hear me or what?
I thought we were still talking about the Dave thing. I kind of got lost because I was going to shoot that. We still talking about whether David is coming back?
No, we pushed past that, but yeah, I'm still here. But
I wanted to shoot that scripture.
Why does the brother Jay Snake want to call me a meth head when I never done meth in my life? Like, what's Israelite about that? Like, are they calling me a meth head because I don't agree with their One West false prophet Jesuit Arya doctrine? What does the scripture say? That's what I go by, and that's why I'm one of the leading Israelites.
the link in there, if you disagree with this information, then come up here and challenge.
Right.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah, don't flap gums in the chat. Come on stage. Yeah, but I had wanted to interject before y'all have moved away from that David topic. It was Psalms 132. I don't know why he had went to Matthews. He could have went straight to Psalms 132, verse 11, and that clarifies it right there for me.
Zion, what do you mean? What are you trying to get at? What's your point? Like, what are you saying?
It says that he would raise up one from the fruit of his loins. So this is not speaking of David returning. This is speaking of God raising one from his loins. So that's in Psalms 132, verse 11. The Lord have sworn in truth unto David, he would not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I sit upon thy throne. The Lord has sworn an oath. So this is saying that the Most High would set one from the seed of David upon the throne, not David returning back from the grave.
So how do you have a dynasty of David if David's not there?
Because it's a delineation of his bloodline, right? So when you go back to Genesis, it says, the scepter shall not depart, or the judge shall not depart from Judah, nor the scepter from between his feet. Well, saying how you look at it, you take it to the blue letter, saying when it says between his feet, he's really talking about between his legs, from his bloodline. Even though David is not there, his children would still, his seed would still be there. There would be still, the bloodline still continued. So even after David is gone, the Solomon, after all of the, the kings of Judah, there's still bloodline. I think you kind of agree with that. Maybe not. But I subscribe to Haile Selassie and the Amharic Solomonic dynasty.
Oh, okay. But where's the dynasty at now? Because Asphalt Wilson is not ruling on the throne of Ethiopia.
No, right. But all right. So there's another scripture, and I wish I had it if I would have known we was going to have this conversation. That like a lion, Judah would lie in wait, like even a lioness, right? There was another scripture that spoke about this. So even though one is not technically on the throne, the bloodline still is there for them to raise back up. like a lion waiting in the grass, right? And there was a scripture on that. I believe it's in can't call it right now. I'm not gonna lie. But during that time period from the expulsions and then the destruction of the temple, you know what I'm saying? There was no king sitting upon the throne. You know what I'm saying? However, the bloodline was still there for the throne to be reestablished. So it doesn't necessarily mean that David has to come back and go and impregnate somebody else. His genealogy is still here. His bloodline. That's why it said in the scripture that brother Rabbi Lewis just said. It said, though David is dead and gone, his sepulchre, when it says sepulchre, is talking about his body. It's talking about, say, is here with us now. So there is a bloodline that still exists. And even though Oscar Wilson is not there, his grandchildren are still around. And they got your grandchildren. They got grandchildren. You got a whole bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? They're still here. Look up Johannes Haile Selassie, the brilliant anthropologist who lives in Michigan right now. You know what I'm saying? You can actually call him and have a conversation with him. I had to do that. I called him for a college essay. I had to speak. I spoke to him. Now I didn't go and speak to him. I spoke to him over the phone, but bloodline is still here. David's bloodline is still here with us now because God promised it. God said that not the judge nor the scepter would depart. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't going nowhere. Otherwise, that prophecy turns up void. We know we can't do that.
What tribe did the Most High say was the top tribe in Israel?
Ask that question again.
What tribe did the Most High say was the top tribe in Israel?
I don't think that's relevant to God placing his king on the throne according to the prophecy.
Okay, are you aware that Hosea says we will not have a king and these things? But what tribe did the Most High raise as the top tribe in Israel?
But you want to talk about the priesthood, the Levites? The Levites
Yes.
are priests. But the Bible said, but God said, what Yahweh said was that neither a judge nor the scepter would depart from Judah. And then in Psalms 132, verse 11, it says that he would sit one from the fruit of his body. I mean, you can't get around that. I mean, you can have a Levite priest, even though there might be a time period where there is no king sitting upon the throne according to the flesh. The scepter had not departed. The bloodline has not departed. It's still there until there is a return to the land, and the king shall be put back on the seat. David doesn't come back. His bloodline comes back.
So who's going to establish the throne of David?
You want to have that conversation?
Please.
Dude, Dad, like trying to argue with you. Haile Selassie, first and foremost, let me say this. Haile Selassie, if it wasn't for Haile Selassie, Israel as it stands right now would not exist. When the League of Nations fell because of the Italian Ethiopian war, you know what I'm saying? And they coming in there trying to, you know what I'm saying, take over this land that has not been conquered, and the Ark Covenant's over there. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that brother Jay Snake or whatever his name is, whatever that, you know what I'm saying? He's bugging out, but I agree with him on that. That whole thing set in motion the establishment of Israel that exists now. Otherwise, it would still be Palestine today. If it was not for that whole situation, Israel would not exist today. And there would be no, Demona wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like, you know what I'm saying, Prince Charlandine and other brothers who are going home. The Beta Israel went home, you know what I'm saying? Even though there's a lot of racism and stuff going on over there, none of that would happen. None of that would have happened. This is the beginning of the return to the land. So we're seeing this whole thing happen, but it had to start with the king of Israel, with the bloodline of seed of David, Solomon. He did that. And that's fulfillment of prophecy. I go back to Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10 through 12 all the time. People get tired of me saying Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10 through 12. But if you get to chapter 11, verse 11 and 12, clarifies it. And then I got this other, this rabbi agreed with me, right? He gave me this verse from the Maimonides that stated that even in that scripture, they're talking about one coming from the line of David, from the bloodline of David. You know what I'm saying? In verse 11, chapter 11, verse 10 through 12. So in order for one to be considered, you know what I'm saying? And anyone could have a title of being a Messiah if they're anointed. However, when it comes to God setting his hand or one coming in these specific scriptures, it must come through the bloodline of David and Jesse. Absolutely.
Hold on, Kareem, if there's no more questions for me, I'm going to close out.
Can.
Yep, let's end it there.
If there's no more questions for me, I'm going to close out.
Before you close out,
yeah, we can take up that conversation later. You know what I'm saying, brother Judah Nass. You know what I'm saying, when I get I need to get my notes together.
well, hold on, because I'm working with JJ 7000, my big brother. We're gonna start another league called the Street Samurai Debate League, and we're working with the Lions Den because these other debate leagues is doing rigging and they're doing all this other kind of crazy mess, whatever, right? So we need debate leagues where people can express and whatever, right? And with the Lions Den and the Torn Knights and the Source and other whatever, we have big names, and so we need to work together with like-minded brothers, whatever, right? So don't run, Zion, because we got some brothers over here that's gonna be like, well, wait a minute, because we are pro.
I ain't running, man. I'm supposed to get in the ring with Aaron again. Brother, what's his name? True, that brother, you know what I'm saying? I had spoken to him recently. You know what I'm saying? I just been waiting for everyone to get on. You know what I'm saying? I have my notes, I just don't have them right, you know what I'm saying, in front of my face, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't running from nobody, baby.
No, it's cool.
You know what I mean?
Listen, we working together. Listen, JJ, my big brother. We're working with Sister Karima, working with the Lions Den. I'm still the Lions Den champion. Like, it's still y'all can dispute it, but some weirdo should rule against the debate, not according to the topic. So officially, I'm still the Lions Den champion, probably going on 2 years now, which isn't amazing because I've been whooping up on HOK and all these guys, so it shouldn't be a surprise. But I'm saying we're trying to get another debate league going that's going to join with Lions Den, and we got big names and smart brothers like Yasha, you know what I'm saying, JJ, you know what I'm saying, just yourself, Zion. We got brother Aaron, who is a champion. You know what I'm saying? We got other people, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna work together and we're gonna work it out. You know what I'm saying? So this is brother Rabbi Lewis.
You know I've been named the Intercontinental, right?
Brother, I'm invited to join the league, bro.
Say it again, Robert Lewis.
You said I'm invited to join the league, the Samurai League.
Bro, I didn't hear you, brother. You kind of break.
You were saying I'm invited to the league.
Man, listen, if brother, of course, I work under JJ 7000. That's my big bro. So you know what I mean. He you know what I mean. Like we gonna work together because these other debate leagues and stuff, they be rigging debates and doing little weird stuff. So literally right now, Lions Den is the real deal. All these other debate leagues is fake and phony. And I'm seeing it right now. Lions Den is the only debate league right now. If you want to call it a league, you want to call it a format, whatever you want to call it, it's the only real joint right now. The host is not trying to debate the debaters. They're not rigging debates. They're not doing all this funny stuff. So right now, Lions Den is running it. And I'll say it. Karima knows she can come to my channel. JJ come on. I'm gonna be like, yo, Lions Den's the real deal. If you watch all these other people, they doing little funny, duddy stuff. Lions Den is the real deal right now. Ain't nobody touching Lions Den.
Yo, let me address that boy Michael.
That's right.
Sorry, so Salaki.
That's right.
Salaki. Yo, Michael Smith, you got put out because you are a troll and you can't stay on one topic. You freaking bump. I was smushing your head in, boy. You can't even keep one daggone freaking straight freaking goddamn focus on one subject.
Yo, Judah.
We allowed you up here and all you did was flap gums and act like a goddamn fool. Go on a diatribe. Shut the hell up. Ain't nobody running from you. You ain't bright. You ain't bright.
Yes,
Then the law line. Be I'll push your whole head in.
Yes, Rabbi Lewis.
Yeah, bro. I put my link in. I put my number in the private chat. Maybe we can set up a hangout on your channel one day.
All right, it's a little hard because I'm in Japan. And it's like $20 a minute, but I have a StreamYard. If you have a StreamYard, just come on, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? JJ, come over. Karima, come over. Everybody comes over. It ain't no thing. Like, I don't even be talking half the time. I let people just rock out. You know what I'm saying? My channel's a community channel. And the other debate league we doing, it's going to be community. So it's not going to be Torah nights. It's going to be community. There's other debaters, like people who are not even Israelites, that are just good debaters. And we want everybody, we want to elevate. I hate saying black, but let's just say black. I want to elevate black intelligentsia and unity and working together. And JJ has always been a brother to me, even though we fall out sometimes. I know that's my big bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's been a good brother to me, and I owe that brother that. You know what I'm saying? And so I want that brother to succeed. I want Lions Den to raise up because it's real. This is the only debate league right now that's not doing no fuddy-duddy weird stuff. Be getting it in. That's why you see me over here. I don't be on the other. I'm over here, and everybody's over here. So, and that's what it is. So shout out to my brother JJ. Shout out to Sister Karima, and shout out to everybody that's down with Lions Den, that's making it work. Y'all are helping us, and we gonna help y'all. Brother Yasha, you know what I'm saying? Yasha, we gonna have to get it in, brother. You over here talking about there ain't no mysticism in the Torah, brother. We gonna see, brother. I'm have to you have to get that.
Oh, Drew, you got an email address?
I'm sorry, I put it in the chat, brother. I'm sorry.
Put it in the private chat. I'll email you.
Okay, yes, sir. I don't want to take up y'all's channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's your time, brother.
Yeah, I'm right here, Michael Smith. Smush your head in real fast. Don't do that. You ain't gonna trigger me today. That's why I'm the Intercontinental Champion. And you still in the back chat fat gums. Bumps.
Sister Kermit could put the my email. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I'm sorry, sister. Hold on. I soon.
Yo.
Six Figure, I put you in timeout because you ain't nothing but a little kid that run around the platform. So I set your little ass in the corner. Shut the fuck
up. The second one, sister, is the iTsoon 0701 at hotmail.com at hotmail.com. Sorry, I'm drinking beer. Bear with me. That is my email. And we're gonna try to get Domo. We're gonna try to get Anonymous Hebrew, Elder Yara. We're gonna try to get the big names. You know what I'm saying? The brothers in Torah Nights, sisters in Torah Nights, Sister Naphtali. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Let's take over our own. Let's take over our own destiny and not let other people who don't care about our culture or our people make money off of us. Let's not, So I'm JJ's older than me. In Israel, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even 50. He's 50, 49, 50. So in Israel, you gotta shut. Sure, me and JJ come around argue, but according to the Torah, I can't. Yeah, like the brothers just ranked over me. This is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm working under with the Lions Den. Word up.
Hey yo, I'm like 49 too, but whatever you want to holler at me about, get with me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Judah, about to close out, but I just emailed you, brother. Did you get it? Hopefully,
yes.
Right.
Did you get my email, Rabbi Lewis?
Yeah, I just sent you an email. Did you get it?
Bro, I'm like really dumb when it comes to technology, but I'll get it tomorrow. I'm in Japan, so it's like 4:00 in the morning here. I'll get it.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I'll respond back. Don't worry about it. I will.
Well, it says address not found.
This nigga waited till we about to close the hell out to pop his freaking goddamn monkey looking face up in this bitch.
Who?
Michael Smith, what's your problem, boy? What's the stick in your ass today? Huh?
Oh, come on, man. Michael Smith, bro. Come on.
Where you at, boy?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, nigga.
Okay, first of all, I'm not a nigger. I'm not your boy. And stop talking about sticks in people's ass. Stop with the gate.
All that
The gates are.
sniznak
Hold
in the
on,
back
stop.
chat. I'm
Hold on. Stop with the gate. Stop with the gate.
Let him go, Zion.
Stop with the gate.
Zion, let him go,
Talking
Zion.
about homosexual. All right. Can you do that? This is the Sabbath. Can you do that? Can you do that?
Say you over there in the freaking back chat, freaking
Okay,
trying to
hold on. You bumping your gums. You talking trash. You want to compare resumes? Me and you. Let's go. Which name? Okay. Are you known in the real world in any black community for years of community work, saving lives in the black community? Let's go.
Yes. I am the creator of the Fraternity of Fathers Legal Rights. What I do is I'm a paralegal and I am a father's rights advocate. I have people in my page, over 1.5K members, asking me for legal help, helping them win custody of their children back. That's what I do.
So what lives?
Excuse me, son?
What lives?
Excuse me?
I said lives, saving lives.
Go to the Fraternity of Fathers Legal Rights group page on Facebook. Look it up.
Okay, somebody was going to die.
And
okay,
add
so
yourself.
you saved a life.
Go and add yourself. I will let you in since I'm the only admin.
I'm talking about saving lives, dog.
Bro, this is saving lives because the Bible says in Malachi chapter 4, verse 6, that fathers shall be turned back to their sons and sons back to their father unless I put a curse upon the land. That is my job. That is my freaking goddamn. The hell are you talking to?
So what is that?
Kids are not raised by their fathers and their mothers, these kids are out here dying. So what am I doing? I'm helping fathers win their kids back. Shut the hell up, boy.
So that's the fulfillment of Malachi 4, 5, and 6. You Elijah?
This is just one. I'm just one little piece of. I'm just a penny in the bucket, but I'm doing my work. What is
the Elijah message then? What is the Elijah message?
I just got finished cooking mad food and feeding the community. Last week I was out there feeding people. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I do this. Okay. I'm always in the hood. Okay. That's why if you come to this neighborhood and you say my name, you say my name the wrong way, bro. You get your head slapped off.
So what is your problem with me? Why you keep running from debates?
No, who's running? You didn't debate me on anything.
On June 18th, you ran.
What do you want to debate me on? What do you want to debate me on, Karima?
So what did you say? What did you say on June 18th? What did you say?
I don't remember what the hell you're talking about. You know how much
I know you don't remember, but what did you say?
I don't remember. It wasn't that significant.
Michael, he don't have a problem with debating you. It was Apostle.
So what happened get your foot out your mouth.
Yeah, he's trying to set up a date with you, Zion, right now. So what do you want to do?
So what happened to him June 18th? That's the question.
Who? I don't even know what you're talking about.
He didn't know.
If you go to my
you gave your word to a debate on June 18th, and now you don't know what I'm talking about?
I'm always plugging debates, bro. I don't run from nobody. Listen.
What happened June 18th is the question.
Bro, you're not telling me anything that happened on June 18th.
I'm telling you gave your word. You gave your word for a debate on June 18th.
Just told you
June 18th came, and you hold on. You're talking while I'm talking.
Mixed up with Apostle.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm not giving you
You're making up stuff.
No, because we couldn't get the. Hold on, son. We couldn't get the date correctly, and we couldn't figure out if y'all was gonna debate for sure, anyways. But you had that time of day. I know you had that time of day. You had that time of day. It wasn't clear with everybody. No, because hold on. That day we didn't decide because that day you was on the panel. He made it clear. Zion said he'll debate you, but Apostle said he will not debate you. So far as any date and all that, that's irrelevant. What date are you trying to do it now? And what is the title again? All that, what happened is you talking about he running, he right here. What's up?
And he agreed. Didn't you just say that Zion agreed?
Yeah, he agreed to debate you. He didn't agree with no date, no time. He agreed to debate you on the topic. That's it.
When he came on, he was reminded. You guys reminded him of it. So why you up here lying now on the Sabbath?
Period.
We got the video.
Yeah, go see the video. Go see the video. Anyways, that's all irrelevant. I'm muting your mic, so you keep talking. Anyways, what time, what day? That's all that matters. If not, I'm about to put you out. Because you're crying over something that don't matter.
Come on. You don't remember those words coming out your mouth?
Date and time, sir.
Do y'all remember saying that?
Didn't you hear what I said? You too busy talking. I said I'm about to put you out if you don't give up a time or date. Because we about to close out. All that.
I said Friday night.
A Friday night. All right, Friday night. What time?
You mean Friday night when you do the show? So now y'all lying about June 18th.
What time do you want to do it Friday?
No, I'm saying June 18th, the Friday before. The Friday night you guys came on and reminded us that the debate was June 18th. Now y'all
Nobody got time for all that. You trying to talk about, okay? We keep telling you. You keep doing all this other stuff that's irrelevant. Like I said, if you want to debate him, all you got to do is say time of day. You ain't about to do it now. You done fucked up. We about to close out, but yeah.
Wait, and you said June, and we in July. What's he talking about?
He talking about some old shit that we said on a panel, which was not too long ago, and we didn't even have everything clear. We was trying to get it clear then, and he didn't have an understanding that one person decided that he didn't want to debate, but the other person said that he was going to debate. But we already passed the date that he talking about. He too busy trying to talk about, oh, you missed this date and all this other stuff. He don't even have a profile for us to even contact him to even set up anything. He just jump on the line talking about somebody running. Nobody got time for that. It's either you want to set something up or you not. You talking about some old stuff. I don't know what he called himself doing.
He just wanted to be seen. That's what he wanted to see.
I'm about to let him back on so he can get to talking.
Okay. You guys claim to keep the New Testament.
Oh my God.
First Peter 3:15 commands you guys to humbly answer my question.
Michael, you keep doing all that. Michael, you keep talking about somebody supposed to answer your question. I told you I will build a link for you to ask people all the questions that you want in the world. It will be your time. So you keep on jumping on other people's time trying to ask questions that is not pertaining to the topic at hand. Now, if you want to debate somebody, then it's okay to even suggest that. But other than that, we about to close out. Judah, you got anything you want to say?
Karima, JJ7000, shalom to my big bro. Shout out to brother Yasha, brother Zion, Michael Smith. You're a clout chaser, brother, and you older than us. You need to know.
You are a clout chaser, Judah.
All right. Thank you. I'll be listening in from the chat. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Lions Den, word up.
Well,
You want to say
what's up to family?
Give thanks, Karima. Yeah. And big shout out to Elder Yashar. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to JJ7000. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to get their head smushed, you know what I'm saying? You know who to call. You know what I'm saying? You know what my working hours are. And that's what it is.
All right. We closing out.